YouTubers and friends, how you all doing tonight? Like I say every week, absolutely fabulous, I hope. I see we have our friends and regulars in the house. Dan Zoller, Rasta, hey, Adam Ant's in the house, Mr. Tim Grimes, Toledo Jess and Dano, and Jaron. John Shaw, Mr. Goldsmith, PD, all the way from Scotland. Oh, I don't see David yet, but hopefully he'll make it. We have a really good show tonight. We have our good friend, well, she's a very good friend of mine, a metal detectorist extraordinaire, gold prospector, and fellow Buckeye chapter member, Jen Johnson, with us. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Tuesday Night Hangout Live! It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live! It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live! It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live! With your hosts, Ed Marvin, Toledo Jess, and Dano! Hangout Live is a Flash in Your Pan production.
All right. For those of you just coming in, tonight we have a good friend of mine, Jen Johnson, fellow Buckeye chapter member, metal detectorist, gold prospector, lover of fine animals, from ferrets to beautiful malamutes. I think they're malamutes, but nonetheless, they're beautiful animals. Of course, we have my partners in crime, Toledo Jess and Dano the Mano, and as you might see already, he changed his name, so there'll be no more confusion in the chat room. How you two doing since I last saw you Saturday?
Oh, good. How about you?
My wrist is killing me. Tendonitis flared up, but it is what it is. Too bad it's my right hand. And
told you to switch up once in a while.
Hey, I try. Hey, this family-friendly show here.
Yeah, you just gotta learn to be ambidextrous, that's all. Hammer with your left hand once in a while.
I do once in a while. But I've been working on a steel roof this week, One thing I like about our jobs, huh, Dano? It's not the same old.
Keeps you alive, that's for sure.
Or it kills you a lot faster.
Well, hey, that's why I retired when I did, because I was getting old and I was hurting. My job was every year it was something else was breaking down on me. Got to get an operation for this shoulder and then another shoulder and my elbow, and I'm going, and then driving hour and a half to work each way, every day. I think wears on you. So when I got the opportunity to get full benefits, retired, and was able to retire early, I jumped at it. I wanted to have some fun before I leave this place. So
yeah, I definitely want to live more in the moment,
right,
in the present, instead of thinking and daydreaming of the past and thinking about the future. I want to be able to.
Right. Yeah, I'm a factory rat. You know, I worked in a factory. I've seen guys refuse to retire for a lot of different reasons, but the majority of the reasons why a lot of guys that I knew didn't retire was because they didn't want their ex-wives to get their pension. So as far as they were concerned, they're going to die. They're not going to get a pension. I swear to God, there was a couple guys at work that were like that. I'm not going to retire. They're like 80 years old. Ain't no way my ex-wife's getting any of my pension. I'll die in this place before she gets a penny. Okay, dude. I say give her a little bit and get out of there. But that's me. You know.
No doubt. Around quarter after, we're going to have our friend, and is Sonny an officer for the GPAA anymore besides state director or for the chapter?
No, I think he's just the state director in the chapter.
But he is the president of the Ohio State Prospectors Association. And
correct.
If you see way up in that corner, there's our logo for it proudly every week. Well, usually it's in the other corner, but
you moved it.
I switched things around a little because normally I have the chat right here, where you guys are. Now that my chats can be played back, so everyone can see what the chat room conversation was with the video, you know. Now I could somewhat show us all at one time. Just experimenting a little.
Sounds good. We should bring Jen in, so she's already sitting there quietly, patiently waiting to talk. I can just hear her. I can see her chomping at the bit, wanting to get out here and say something.
She's more than welcome. Everybody,
come on in, Jen.
Meet our friend Jen Johnson.
Hi.
Metal detectorist extraordinaire.
Yeah. Well, been at it maybe 8 years or so, seriously.
Yeah, cool.
How'd you get into it?
Seen people at the beach metal detecting, and the idea of being able to find something valuable on the ground or in the ground was always pretty fascinating. So I got a detector. It wasn't the best, detector to start with, but I learned a lot, and then I joined a club too, and that really helped a lot. To be able to
metal detectorist club?
Yeah, the Tri-County Metal Detecting Club. They're based in Cortland. And good bunch of folks. Very free with the information. Offer to teach you about your machine if you don't know what you're doing. To take you to places. They even meet at different parks during the summer. And you're free to detect all day until the meeting starts. And I can't say enough nice things about them.
Are you still part of that group?
I'm sorry?
Are you still part of that group?
Yeah. Yeah, they keep trying to get me to run for some sort of office, and I keep refusing.
Good girl.
Sounds
That's
like
just
the Buckeye
a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, so there was that going on for a while, too, with the Buckeye chapter, that's for certain.
So did you start metal detecting before you started prospecting for gold, or is that something that just came in together?
They kind of go hand in hand, but I was doing some metal detecting before I was doing any prospecting.
Okay.
And then from there, you learn all the other things like, people look for arrowheads, or, they're looking for fish tackle, or bottle dumps and all that other stuff. There's just a whole wide range of stuff out there to look for.
You must have an incredible tackle collection. I
do. I do. That's not a lie. As a matter of fact, one wall in the other room is just lined with cases of fishing tackle. And then the stuff that's no good or it's too wore out to use, or all the lead weights, I learned how to smelt those down. safely. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I watched a lot of idiots that were doing it in their basement with
No ventilation.
no circulation whatsoever. And I'm like, so you just want brain damage? Is that what it is? But yeah, I learned how to do it outside. It is a mess. It is kind of stinky, but to be able to take all that stuff and get it down into an ingot is kind of cool. And it's the same principle smelting that as it would be for gold or silver or anything else.
Well, Ed, don't you take the lead you find and make weight belts with it, or weights for weight belts?
Or I get scrap from people here and there. Like, actually, that reminds me, I need to melt down some of the buttons I made and make a few weights up for Michael Strobe, because you know his dad works in the salvage industry,
right?
So they turned me on to a bunch of lead at last year's Gold Rush days. So I made a bunch of ingots, couple of different size ingots, and refined them a little more, got burnt out all the crap, beep, and ready to pour into a 5-pound weight mold. But yeah, I don't. In Washington, I know rivers I could dredge up enough lead to make money in molding and scuba weights, but you know, maybe when we do the Maumee sometime up there by Perrysburg.
I was gonna say that'd be a whole summer of Maumee dredging. Get tons of lead.
Yeah, I know a couple of streams. It's ridiculous how much lead, and I mean even Full Metal jackets can be found.
Oh yeah, all the
time. Not just fishing lead, bullet lead too. It's like, oh,
I'd have tried hooking up with the parks here in Maumee, because you can't do anything in the river on the state park property, but unless you got permission. So I'd have to go in there, hit them up, tell them we're going in there to dredge for lead. Get the lead out.
Get the lead out.
Get the lead out.
Don't mention nothing about gold, just like habitat reclamation and heavy metal removal.
There you go.
Lead and whatnot.
We sure get a lot more of that than we do gold, so we ought to get something out of it.
We might even be able to get a grant out of it. Word it right.
I've thought about that. Or do a study.
Hey Dana, I have like 16 after, and I don't have Facebook up anymore. I want to give Sonny a shout.
Yeah, you want me time to go ahead and call?
Get his call out of the way.
Okay.
I know we have some people now that do a lot of prospecting in the Bainbridge area right now. Chris from Dyer Prospecting Buddy, this might be a good thing for you.
Yes.
Since you were saying the other day, now you're only limited to behind Bill's house. We got a deal for you. If you
just let them wait and let them listen to Sonny. Okay.
Yeah, you're on the edge of your seat yet, Chris? It's a good deal.
Jen, Ronald wants to know what type of detector you use.
I use an AT Pro by Garrett.
There you go, Ronald. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of people like them.
Anybody else got any questions? And you've been setting up the metal detecting at the swing for how long now? 4 or 5 years?
Probably 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I enjoy doing it because it's a lot of fun. Burying the stuff is a lot of work, but to be able to see somebody new to it, dig up something kind of cool,
Right.
To see the expression on their face makes it worth it.
Excellent. We have Sonny on the line, Sonny Lucas, the president of the Ohio State Prospectors Association and the GPAA, Ohio State Director. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, just fine. How are you guys?
Okay, Sonny.
We're doing well.
That's great.
What's up with you tonight?
Relaxing. Just sitting around relaxing.
That's
making
good.
Facebook posts, you know me.
Yeah, you've been posting a lot lately, I've noticed. We constantly get notifications. Sonny posted on Prospector family. Sonny posted on Prospector family. Sonny posted on Prospector family. I love it.
Yeah, I try to keep everybody informed.
So give us some information.
Well, basically, as any of your listeners has ever been to Bill Hallam's, Bill's Pure Gold down there, which has operated for the last 15 years, OSPA is now taking over his 3 leases. So now you have to be an OSPA member to go down to Bainbridge this year. Also, we signed a season pass with Jim McIntyre over at Cottonwood and in Greensburg, Indiana this year also. So OSPA took a little bit of a step out this year and tried to get more places for us prospectors to be able to go, you know, especially these good gold areas. That's the thing.
I have yet to go there. I've not been to...
I haven't either, so...
No?
No, you haven't been to Bill's Pure Gold to...
Oh, Jesse's never been to Bill's either?
No, he's never been to Bill's.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've never been there.
I thought you were talking about Cottonwood.
Trails.
No, I haven't been there either.
Wow, Jess, you got some places to go this summer.
I guess.
He's living a sheltered life.
I know.
I was going to say, I've heard good stories out of there.
Some good colors come out of there. Some interesting fossils and rocks, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I've heard there in Cottonwood. A lot of fossils. If you're a fossil nut, it's a great place to go. Double D's the same way for OSPA. If you're into fossils, I think it's the same layers. You know, they're just exposed over here at Georgetown and over there in Greensburg area. But, yeah, definitely fossil heaven, both of them. Both of them got good gold. As most people know, you know, we have the Illinois Glacier that came down here that deposited our placer gold in our Midwest. And both of these places are at the end of the glacier. And the last glacier that actually messed us all up, the Wisconsin Glacier, didn't quite travel as far as Bainbridge, didn't travel as far as Double D and Cottonwood. So we've got that virgin material came out of that glacier, and that's what's carrying the gold. Anything north of that is usually a till, a wash mix of both glaciers, and there's good spots and bad spots, and down there all seem to be good spots.
There's definitely good gold.
I also know that you were talking about you're going to add some more people to the OSPA. You want to build it a little bit bigger, get more members.
Yes, sir. Being we've added both leases, we've been hovering right around 100 to 115 members the last couple of years, and we raised our membership and kind of slowed the membership growth. But when these fell into our lap this last fall, we couldn't pass them up, being one of the top gold places, both of them, in between the 2 states. And we thought, well, we'll add about 12 or 15 members. We've got about 4 of them in already, and it's already done, sealed, and looking still about for another dozen of them, and make sure our leases are paid from this. We got them paid this year. That's not an issue, but our leases are year to year, and next year we'd like to be able to re-sign these, you know, because you never know what can happen. So now, that's the whole. Go ahead.
So now that's actually, I thought I heard you mention something that one lease is actually 3 leases in one, something like that.
3 properties.
3 properties in one lease?
Yeah, there's a couple blocks between each one. The middle one is the main campground where there'll be a porta pot. It's your best camping because you do have some woods there in the summertime when it's hot to get into. Everything else is kind of out in the sun on the other 2 pieces. But we kind of expect you to camp at the middle piece. The upper piece that Bill used to allow camping there will no longer have any camping allowed there at all. The owner next door doesn't quite like all the camping right next to their house, and so we don't blame them. They live down there and try to one piece, so we're just going to move to camping to the middle piece, and the lower piece you can camp at because we ain't bothering nobody there, no houses around. So that upper piece we're still going to let you prospect in, but when you pull in, you just pull on to the back and prospect for the day, and then you got to go back down to the middle piece or the lower piece. The middle piece has a wooden bridge that you cross, and it's a little bit of a drop off, or we just have everybody camp at the middle one. But anybody with a super big rig is going to have to go to the lower piece because you can just pull straight off the road, no ditch, right into the field and park.
Cool.
So pretty much where we parked, huh, Dano, when you showed us around Bill's?
Yeah. Yep.
So now, in order to get on that property, you're going to have to be a member of the OSPA.
That's correct.
Is that gonna hold true for this year, or is that something you're going to phase in, or are you just going to put up no trespassing, OSPA only, shotguns are available? No.
Well, we got a few ideas to be able to keep people out that's not OSPA. You're right. No trespassing signs are going to go up in our members.
Paint the post purple.
Yeah, that's a good one, Ed. Paint the post purple.
Most people know what that means.
Heck yeah, they do.
Sure do. And we thought about putting some trail cams up, and Bill's going to help police the place. We still get along with Bill well.
Right.
Basically, what happened is the lease doubled on him, so we took it over. And Bill has an honorary membership. As long as we have them leases, he's allowed to go on them. So we appreciate.
Hey, Sonny, we have a question in the room from
I was just getting ready to say it. Yep. I was just getting ready to say it.
Did that rowdy family move from across the street at Bill's?
Yeah, as far as we know, this last summer we didn't have much issue with them over there. They were pretty rowdy. They never bothered us, but I mean, they partied till 4 in the morning.
Well, it was 24 hours. It went around the clock when me and Dick Goldsmith was there. It went around the clock.
And nothing wrong with that. When you party, you got to party, right?
It is when you've been in the creek all day and you're trying to sleep.
Well, the campers don't have as big issue as the tent campers do with them. But this last year, they were quiet. I was down there, and somebody else had told me they didn't hear them no more. So they might have moved out. I don't know. Yeah. But we're down at a Prospect. You just got to deal with the circumstances we got around us, because you can't get any place just to go in and prospect like this.
Right. Yeah, it's hard enough to find a spot that's got gold, and then when you do, you got to be able to get in there. So, yeah, anytime you can find a lease like this where you're allowed to get in there, you got to try to do everything you can to make it right for those people, the people around you.
Exactly.
I mean, look, we can't. I mean, we're already cut off from parking close to those other houses there, and that maybe by next year, when they see OSPA and a pretty good group of people, they might allow us to go back up there.
Yeah, there's always a possibility, but right now we figure we'll stay out of their way and just be considerate. That's
right.
Well, like you said, that driveway, even with the your pod and my pop-up, it ain't that bad getting out. But something like Dick Goldsmith's camper or Samuel Horn's, that could be quite the sketchy exit.
Well, that's the thing. You got to have two people. There's just no question about it. Somebody's got to get out, go over and look over the hill, because you can't get out fast enough. And I'll tell you what, I've seen them top that hill at 60 miles an hour, and you're right there. So that's why we're going to kill the camping out. And we're going to talk to the owner about putting a lane further down the road out. There was an old lane there, and then a new one got made, and there was remnants of an old one. We might be able to fix that up some, so it'll give more distance between the top of the hill and somebody pulling out without causing dangerous situations there. It's something we've talked about when we were down there, so that could change for the summer. Always a work in progress, when you get a new place.
Okay.
But But yeah, we're looking for some new members. If anybody here in the, especially if you live in the Kentucky and West Virginia area, I mean, Bainbridge is very drivable for you, even if you don't want to camp for, just to go up to Prospect or play for, several hours, probably 5-6 hours, and you'd still be able to drive back into Kentucky and West Virginia from here.
Right.
So makes it nice for some of them southern states that don't have no claims, even though West Virginia sounds like they're ready to open up for some dredging, so we'll see. Last I heard, it was made it through the committee and headed to the floor, so we'll see what happens with them.
Okay. Am I still muted?
No.
Okay, I was a minute ago. I see we lost somebody.
Yeah, Jen's computer rebooted for some reason. So
I'm still here.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yep.
We're
still here.
Jen Johnson here with us too, Sonny, and I'll try sending her another invite, but
we probably should give her a minute.
Oh yeah, we'll get Sonny taken care of because we know how much he likes being on air talking and stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah,
he just loves it. You should put his face up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get on him too often, but go ahead.
So what's on the agenda for this season for the OSPA and for the
OS
GPA, since you're the president or the state director?
Yeah.
Yes, you can, John Wolf. He asked in the room, can he join from Texas? Yes, John Wolf can join.
Yeah.
I can start a little bit with what I know with the GPAA. There will not be a gold show this year in Ohio. It'll be the spring of the 19. We've got them switched between me and Jeff. We kind of got it moved around where we can have them in the spring instead of in the fall, and everybody needing equipment, not packing theirs up for the winter time. So we look to have it in Columbus, Ohio, and sometime in April, the same month as Vegas. Last I heard, but it's not been set in stone yet. But that's what I had heard.
Oh, you're talking about our gold show, the gold show for the East Coast.
Yep.
For the GPA gold show
from the Jeep. Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, are they having it in Ohio, or you say they are having it in Ohio?
It'll come back to Ohio, like I said. From what I heard, April of 19, and it'll be in the spring, and as our season starts. So then we can all purchase what we need for the summer instead of trying to purchase something you're packing away for the winter.
Right. So we're not having one this year.
Correct. Last I heard, I heard there's no East Coast song this year.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed the schedule. They've only got like 3 more shows.
Right. They're going to flip all of these shows to the spring. That's the way I've heard it.
Okay.
But they're a corporation. They can change their mind at any time.
Right.
Right.
It's their money.
But, it's their money and their show. So I'm just telling you what I had heard, and I'm pretty sure it's facts where they've already contacted a few of us for the East. If it was, we have a weekly conference call about 4 months before the shows in the East. And all of us are on the East are on that conference call, and they haven't started one this year. So that tells me their plan's pretty much sure thing. So
they've already pretty much set it up for this year.
Yep, and then they're going to do their shows. Then we'll start in the spring with shows in the West and East for the first couple months. But as far as OS, naturally we got Gold Rush with the Buckeye chapter every Labor Day weekend, and one thing they've done is tried to really emphasize Fossick this year. Down there, we've got Pat and Susie, and I believe Jen also, doing the metal detecting, and
she was
kind of the theme. It's kind of the theme of the Fossick is metal detecting, even though they won't be having a common dig and all the prospecting stuff too. But it's going to be a real good hunt this year. $150 was donated in silver for the hunt. Wow. Besides the stuff that's already been gathered, this had just been done recently. So yeah, we got Treasure Hunter Supply coming up, which is a metal detecting prospecting shop down near It's in southern Ohio, I think below Dayton area. In there, they're coming up and sponsoring the hunt, and they're going to have a booth set up.
That's cool.
Last I heard, Jeff Binky will be over here with his prospecting gear with a booth set up. So we'll have a couple vendors there at the Fossick this year. So we invite everybody out. Come to attend. Let's make it bigger and better. Let's make it like a gold rush.
Yep. Last year we didn't make it to Fossick because we were in North Carolina.
We were all Vane.
Yeah, right.
We were all Vane.
That
was out of. Once I seen that was scheduled in for OSPA to be down at Vane, I kind of frowned a little bit. But I didn't do the scheduling, so we rescheduled this year. And I was getting ready to tell you about that.
Okay, go ahead.
OSPA right now is talking about another outing like that down at Vane, but we're looking to last week of September this year. It's just a little too hot for most of us down there in June. And
right.
But it's still in the process, in the works, so I'll give everybody updates on that later. We got a long time before that. Talking to Dominic about it now.
Very cool.
But Memorial Day weekend, OSPA at the Norris Claim. Dano is going to be checking on having a hog roast Saturday, so we haven't confirmed that yet, but it's in the process, in the works, and naturally we have our Saturday night giveaways down there. They might not be as elaborate as years past, but there's still going to be some giveaways Saturday night. And if we don't have a hog roast, we'll have our chili cook that we've had the last 3 years.
Well, I don't know. I think Dano might be interested in doing that. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. He's right there.
I have to find out. I have to find out if the date's open. We've already discussed this. I got to talk to my guy.
Yeah, he's working on it. That's what I'm saying. He's working on it.
I got to see if the date is open.
And it's more him getting the smoker, if it's already been asked out. So if that happens, then we'll change the hog roast to later in the year, and we'll go back to our chili cook. Everybody cleaned the pots on the chili, so kind of a little prospector meal there.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty good, too.
That's what I had tonight.
Chili? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't had that in a little while. No, I think I kind of told you guys everything. Anything else comes up, I'll call back in. And when we, the first week of April, let me add this before I go. Our membership is normally $150. What we've done over the next 30 days is drop it to $120. Now that's the first year, and it's always once you become a member and you go to renew, it's $100.
But don't you have to do something special to get that discount?
Yep. If you heard it here on Flash in Your Pan, you write Flash in the Pan at the top of your app. You can go to www.ospagold.com and download an app. If for some reason you don't have computer access, contact Ed, Jesse, or somebody, and we'll get you one mailed out. But right now we're going to run that special to the first week of next month, and you can get in for $120. Basically, it's only a $20 initiation fee for the next 30 days. But if you are a veteran, it's $96. It don't matter if we're having a special or not. $96 for a vet year-round, special or not, and your renewal is $96. Then we also have a family membership for $60. Let's say your son or daughter or brother or sister want to join. They can join on your membership for $60, and as long as your membership's current, their renewal is $60 all the time.
Nice. Very good.
So that's kind of our little membership pricing this year, and OSPA's got 5 leases this year, plus the season pass of Cottonwood.
Right.
Which all Jim's rules apply at his gold camp.
I was going to ask you about that. Are his rules a lot different than what the OSPA and GPA rules, or does he have anything special?
Yeah, he don't allow no filming on the property for one.
Right.
It's being a season pass for OSPA. It's not the same rules as GPA. You can stay there for a 10-day stay in a month period. And then you got to stay away till the next month. But if you're a weekend prospector, you can go in there one weekend, but you got to skip a weekend before you can come back.
So it's every other weekend if you're an OSPA member.
Yep, correct.
Or is that correct? I was going to ask, is that for anybody?
Well, you could pay to go in there. No, because he's an open to the public. Pay
right.
To dig.
Correct. Yep.
I got
it. But you can go there on 10 days in a row, like if you're going on vacation or, a week prospecting trip. You can stay there for 10 days, and then you got to get out of there till the next month, and you can go back for 10 days.
Okay.
But most of us can't do that, so you're a weekend prospector.
Right.
So what we did was, so you're not there 4 weekends a month, where it lets you go every other weekend.
Okay.
So you got 2 weekends a month there. Some people prospect during the week, kind of the same deal. If you're there Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then 10 days a month, right?
Yep. Well, it won't come out 10 days a month if you're a weekend prospector.
No, I mean, if you're going to... No, what I'm saying is if you're going to camp there for 10 days, you can only do it once a month?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yep. For people who go on vacation and stuff, they just don't want to go for the weekend. They want a long stay, week, 9 days. So we work that in with him so we can do that. His rules apply. It's like any other prospector code of any other claims. Whatever you pack in, you pack out. If there's more laying in the campfire that somebody didn't, you pack it out. It's that plain and simple.
Yep.
He don't allow in the banks. Everybody, knows that as kind of a rule of thumb for us prospectors. So just abide by the rules and respect, if you're an OSPA member, respect that he has other paying prospectors there, and everybody will get along just fine.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay, buddy. I'm starting to lose my voice, so.
Okay. all that wheeling and dealing you did Sunday, huh?
You're telling me, and then I've been on the phone nonstop for a week.
I bet.
Well, between us and GPS, Prospectors Radio, keep you busy, huh, Sonny?
Yep. We're
all for a good cause.
Well, thank you for calling.
We're all family, buddy. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks for coming in. Appreciate your helping us with this too.
Yep, no problem, Jess.
Okay.
Take it easy.
Have a good night, man.
You too.
Bye-bye.
You too. Later.
Oh, Jen's back. Hi, Jen. I see you made it back.
Hi, Jen.
I said, uh-oh.
I hate technology. I do.
You went off. I said, uh-oh, she's mad. We weren't talking to her. She's all offended.
Had enough of that.
No, it'll take more than that.
Oh, okay, good. We got more.
we have a few new viewers. We have Jen Johnson, fellow Buckeye member and metal detectorist prospector extraordinaire. Her and our friend Patrick O'Master and Susie, who are in the room.
Yep. Patrick says he's got his ruse scrotes ordered.
Got the re-scrotes ordered, he says.
They're scrots. Scrotes.
It's for Fossack, huh?
Right.
Put your nuggets in a scrot.
That's kind of ironic, ain't it? Putting your nuggets in a scrote.
Jen's just going, no, I'm not getting in the middle of that.
She just shakes her head.
I don't know what the problem is, right?
Yeah, no, you froze there, didn't you? You froze there for a second. There you go.
I'm there.
Okay.
Hopefully Skype will behave. Got a couple of people said they like how we have it arranged this week, so we'll see
Jen,
how it goes.
one of our weekly questions that we give all our guests is, well, we have a few of them, but what's been your most dangerous adventure that you've had out there metal detecting?
Maybe not so much metal detecting as bottle dump hunting. The hazards there are broken glass everywhere, poison ivy, ticks, pokey things at every turn. Yeah, well, the broken glass probably they are. The broken glass probably being the worst of it, because I have cut myself pretty good just looking for decent bottles where you reach underneath to try and get something out and it's broken and it gets you pretty good. I learned to wear some very heavy gloves after that.
Well, yeah, and like, but I guess there's a big difference between finding bottles in a bottle dump and broken glass, like what we find in the creeks. And what we find in the creeks has usually been worn down, so the sharp edges are gone.
Right.
But I can imagine in a bottle dump like that, any broken glass is going to be very sharp.
Very sharp, yeah.
Very sharp. Yes, I have scars.
Yeah, so detecting. I still wear heavy gloves. I've heard way too many horror stories of needles, razor blades, broken things.
Oh, no doubt.
I can't emphasize to wear a good pair of heavy gloves when you do such, treasure hunting like that.
What kind of gloves do you wear?
I actually break out the great big heavy guys hauling heavy stuff gloves, the big heavy leather ones.
Have you tried the the gloves that the fish scalers use?
No, I have not.
Those
probably
are
work really well, I would imagine.
Yeah, they're especially for glass. Well, they wear it because of the knife, so they don't cut their hands. But people that work in the glass industry wear those also for handling panes of glass and stuff. So you might want to look at them. I'm not sure where you would find them, but they're specifically for glass. I think they're Kevlar, or they got. I remember wearing them, but I don't remember what they were made out of. I worked in a glass factory for a little while, so they made us wear these gloves and these sleeves. So the sleeves were kind of like a chainmail, like what the knights used to wear. It's like that, but they're smaller and tighter.
Really tiny, tiny rings.
Yeah, but that's what we had to wear. But that can be scary. What's been your most favorite find?
Favorite find? How found? Like just eyeball find? Or,
we're talking about finding treasures, any kind of treasure, metal detecting, bottle dump hunting, prospecting.
Wow. That's a tough one because there's been a bunch. Well, honestly, my favorite find probably came out of a Coinstar machine of all things. Have you ever done that?
Oh yeah, I check them all the time. When I go by, I check them all the time. Come on, Ed. Get her fixed, Ed.
It ain't me, it's Skype. So.
Was it?
You're breaking up, Jen, really bad.
Piece.
Oh, cool.
$5 gold piece. Wow.
$2.50 gold piece in a Coinstar machine. Yeah. When I realized what it was, there was a lot of hopping around. There was a lot of squealing. It was pretty cool.
We have a call early. Didn't even open up the lines, but it's our good friend from Tasmania.
Be ready, Jen.
I need to put my phone in airplane mode.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, come on, David, pick up.
He's not even in the chat room, is he?
Yeah, he was in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see him. Come on, Dave, call back. Dave's our Tasmanian devil. He'll probably come up with a nice hypothetical question for you.
Fantastic!
He's got
come
some
up
good
with
ones.
a hypothetical answer.
There you go. Oh, that's good.
And here he is one more time.
Let's try it again.
I tried opening up Rastaman's wife's Facebook page, and I shouldn't.
There he is. Hey, David.
Hey, David.
There he
David,
is. David.
Meet Jen.
Howdy, David.
Jen, meet David. You know the other two ugly guys. So, how are you, David?
What? I only see 3 ugly guys. What do you mean the other 2 ugly guys?
Something went wrong with it.
Oh, he looked shocked there for a second, and all of a sudden he disappeared.
We caught him off guard.
Yep. He's going, oh, I look worried.
There he's back.
He's coming back.
You hear us now?
Hey,
There he is.
Hey.
Made it back. How you doing, Dave? Hello.
Oh, you're way low, buddy. Barely hear you.
Heard you there when you said hey, but then we lost you.
I can't hear you. Is there anything?
Yeah, I hear
There
you
you
now.
go. There you go.
Can you see me?
No.
See your quad.
See your quad.
Doesn't matter.
You're right.
Hey,
doesn't.
I'll keep it short because I can hardly hear you and I can't see anything or anything. I just wanted to say, really good show, guys. Good to see Jen. And I've got a bit of a question for Jen, if she's ready for it.
Absolutely.
Hi, Jen. It's a hypothetical question, so don't take it too seriously. But if a magic genie came down or popped out of one of your bottles that you found and dug up and said, Jen, you've done really, really good with all this bloody treasure hunting and everything. I'll give you $100,000 on the condition that you never swing a detector or go treasure hunting ever again or relic hunting or anything. Would you take the money or would you continue doing what you love?
I would continue doing what I love. It's not about not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the hunt.
I understand, Jen. Good answer. I thought I knew the answer, but I thought I'd ask anyway, you know?
Sure. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
You know, if it was about the money, we would
have. I'll keep it short. I changed my name, guys. So anyone that doesn't recognise me, I'm not Tassie Gold Rush Australia anymore. I'm Gold Rush Australia.
I figured that. I knew the Tassie wasn't in there, so.
I changed my name too, David. It's different now.
I noticed that. I like it, Dano. I was getting a bit confused. I didn't know what to say, Regnad Man or bloody Dano or what. But yeah. All right, guys. Really good show. I'll get back to watching it. Good stuff, Jen. See yous.
Thank you very much, David.
Yeah, David. Have a good evening, buddy.
Have a good one.
I was thinking about something involving David earlier before the show. I want to bring up with you guys during post-production. MacGyver Muscle Machines, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. That will help. Thanks for all the great videos and dedication. Thank you very much. MacGyver, is that how you pronounce it? MacGyver. MacGyver. I was right the first time. MacGyver Muscle Machines. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Yes, thank you.
Now, if YouTube would get me back on the green instead of the orange, I'd be really happy. So, what was your best surface find, Jen?
Value-wise, or
well, we're not always
you
talking
found
about
$100 bills and $20 bills and stuff.
I
I've
have
seen you
found
post.
$200 that way. I found $200 bills when I went
I found $300 in an envelope when I was about 14 years old.
Nice.
Walking through I bought me a nice leather coat. I went out and bought me a leather
jacket.
Oh, yeah. I was 14 years old, man. I want a leather jacket.
Awesome.
You know? I was just walking through the parking lot, walked in front of a car, and there was an envelope sitting there on the ground. I picked it up, and there was $20 and $50 bills. There was $300 in there. I go, oh, what am I going to do with this? I went to the, well, back then, before malls, when they used to have to go like to the Lions store or Titkies or downtown, you know. They had to go downtown to go shopping. And I went downtown to the leather store and bought me a leather jacket. Loved it.
Was it Berman's?
No. I think it was, I think I went to the Lions store
there
and
you
got
go.
it. Yeah.
Cool.
Was it red with lots of zippers, Jesse?
No. Actually, it was a 3/4 length suit coat.
That's what Jared asked.
Leather jacket. It was awesome.
That is awesome.
But it's always fun to find something like that.
Yeah, I had gone to Suffolk, Virginia for a hunt, and I don't travel well. And my head was starting to hurt, and I'm like, I got to pull over and get a place to stay because I was getting a migraine from all the driving. And I pulled into a place. I don't even know what the place was. Got rid of the migraine, and the next morning I got up early because I wanted to make sure I made the hunt. And I went out to the back row of the parking lot, and I just started walking the back row, and I looked down, and there was what looked like $100 just folded up on the ground. And I picked it up, and there were $200 bills there.
Nice.
That was pretty sweet, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Somebody was having a bad time.
And somebody told me that one of the really cool spots to metal detect is around the edge of a parking lot.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
Because especially after winter, after they've plowed all the snow, because in the wintertime, people drop money, they lose rings, keys, this, that, and they can't find them. Forget about them, they do their best. And I was told, search parking lots, search along the perimeter of the parking lot.
Yeah, I call that snow piling because the snow plow does all the concentrating for you.
Right.
And then you just go by in the spring after it all melts. I've done that. I've found a few things that way too. And it's easy. I mean, it's free. There's no extra equipment.
It's
you just
surface.
Wander around. Yeah, as long as you don't mind looking a little weird,
Right.
People are like, what are you up to? Some people will actually stop and ask, did you lose something? I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. I found it. I lost a diamond ring.
Right?
I lost a gold ring, sir.
Judy always talks about, especially out here where we live, nothing's around to block the wind. She's like, you'd be surprised how much money gets blown up against those fences.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Bills,
yeah.
We have another phone call and haven't even opened the lines yet. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Outdoorsy Gal. Oh, and I'm calling from Aurelia, Ontario, Canada.
Outdoorsy.
Nice.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I want to thank you guys for checking my channel out, and I'm watching you right now. Oh, thanks, man. It's a bit of a delay, eh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Right on. I'm watching you now, and
excellent.
It's awesome. And
thank you.
I'm a metal detecting crazy person, so I can't
you're
wait
in
to
good company.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I'm a crazy person. I'm not a metal detectorist, but I'm a crazy person.
Yay! Right on. Anyway, I've been having fun watching your channel here and there, and
Very cool.
I really like that you're talking about where to metal detect here a few minutes ago about the edge of the parking lots.
Mm-hmm.
We still have some snow up here where I am. I mean, I was ice fishing on the weekend. And but we have a bit of snow, so I can't wait to get out there.
I love to ice fish, but it's like the wrong time of the year for me.
Yeah, you guys are lucky, eh? Holy F. So I wanted to say for people that still have snow, look for that toboggan hill, and
that's a good idea.
Oh, we've got some
silver bracelet one time doing that.
Nice.
Wow. Very good idea. We actually have a couple of hills here in Toledo that were built. I actually got 4 big hills here. I'll have to check them out.
Awesome. So you guys are in Toledo. I didn't even realize where you were.
I'm in Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio. We're all in Ohio.
All of us. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, so
More or
basically,
less.
holy lifting, that's pretty cool. So what y'all swinging? I didn't catch it all, actually.
I have a Ace 350.
Nice.
Ace 250 and some Garrett dinosaur. What's that?
I love Garrett.
Grandmaster.
Coinmaster?
7? It's Grandmaster.
Oh, I have a Coinmaster.
I think it's a White's coin
and a Garrett. I also have a Radio Shack one.
Oh, excellent. I had one of them. I took like 10 batteries or something. Yeah, I had one of them. I gave it to the neighbor. He just gets a kick out of it in the backyard. But what did you cut your teeth on?
Me?
Like, yeah.
Or Jenny? Talk to Jenny.
I mean with metal detectors.
With me, it was a 350. Go ahead, Jenny.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the brand name was, if it had a brand name with the one that I started with. But I'm swinging a Garrett.
Right on.
A lot of people swing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got an AT Max.
Okay.
My husband bought it for my birthday last fall.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that.
You know what? It's a hoot. it's awesome. But I cut my teeth on the Delta 4000. It's like Technetics, which is Fisher Labs.
Oh, okay.
Texas Instruments, you know.
Right.
And I learned a lot on that with the digital readings and the numbers and, you know, being able to notch things out and things like that. And then my husband decided that he would surprise me, and he bought me a MindLab Excalibur to go, you know, up to 200 feet deep in the water if you want.
Right, because, you know, we all do that.
I took it out a few times, but I just find it too heavy and clunky, and it's, you know, you have to, it's complicated.
Well, it has its place, I'm sure, yeah. It has its place.
It's just too many steps involved just to go.
Well, I'm sure it's just like, you know, our prospecting equipment. Sometimes we can have more than what we really need.
Well, yeah, it's like being a good Boy Scout, eh?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, fortunately, we carry more than we need because of Murphy, we wind up using it.
But if we didn't carry more than we needed, we wouldn't have prospected this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
That's
true.
Be prepared, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like that, too. So now I've got this AT Max, and I've only used it a few times, but it can see stuff better. I swear to God. It's really weird. Yeah, I know. So the Garrett products really seem to be really awesome. So far, that's my experience, right?
Good.
And I'm not doing any commercials.
Everybody has their preference. You know, it's like prospectors. They like their specific type of pan for panning, and
has to be green, right?
But does it have to be green? I mean, I
have a black one.
I've got one of those, black one, blue one. I've got claw pans. I mean, you know, it's whatever that you wind up liking to use is what you'll use, what works for you. You know, I'm a believer in trying all kinds of tools, but, you know, learning them before you make a decision on whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Patrick had a question here for Jen. And I didn't catch our caller's name.
It was.
Oh, it's Outdoorsy Gal O on YouTube.
Okay.
And you guys just subscribed to me.
Yes,
which was really nice of you, and I subscribed to you. But
well, that's cool.
Well, since you're outdoorsy, sometime maybe in the future, in about 5 months or so, I'm pretty booked up till July. You could come on and talk about outdoorsy stuff with us. We're a bunch of outdoorsy type of guys and gal.
Sure we are.
Yeah, my wife lets me know when I smell outdoorsy. So.
Well, you know what? It's different. I put O because of my hometown, but I mean we can fill in the blank with that. So. Thanks again, you guys, for making a great show. And
thanks for calling in.
I've enjoyed it. And, carry on.
You carry on.
No, for sure.
You check us out every week, too, you know?
Yeah, join
call
us.
in when they get you. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Right
More
on.
the merrier.
Right on. Well, thanks, guys. I'm going to let you go because I bet you got a Christmas tree of lights on your phone, so... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling in.
That's
Thanks,
awesome.
Have a good evening.
That's awesome.
Take her easy. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to the family here at Flash in Your Pan. Excellent. Excellent.
So, Jen, do you have a bucket list of places you'd like to go check out?
Yeah, that was from Patrick O'Masters.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the question I was looking for.
My number one bucket list would be to go to England and walk the Thames at low tide and find stuff there.
Oh, I watch a YouTuber who does that.
Who did I see do that? Did Aqua Jigger do some of that when he was there?
No, but there was a call-in or a question in the room when we had Jocelyn Elizabeth on about if she was invited to go search that river in England, if she would do it with a certain YouTuber, and she said, heck yeah. I forget her name, but I believe there's no metal detecting in it.
Yeah, but even the eyeball finds are pretty cool. So.
Oh, what I was seeing there, and I saw some guys magnet fishing it and was pulling out some pretty neat stuff.
Well, and I guess the idea is to, of course, go at low tide and walk the river, and then come up at the bar when you're done and hang out at the bar until low tide happens again.
So it's not just about that.
And try to walk the river again when it's low tide later.
I was going to say second time out be a little rough.
So somebody, I don't know who was it. What's with the horns behind you? Somebody asked about the horns.
Oh, David, our buddy who called in from Tasmania, Australia. He's like, let Jen know she has horns. Here I am, right off the back, throwing in the accent. She has horns behind her on the wall.
I do not, in fact, have horns most of the time. I have a collection on the wall behind me, and that's what you're seeing.
Right. We know. That's what they were asking about.
Well, I just wanted to make sure because,
They look like they're coming out of your head, though.
Yeah. That's what's going on back there. More.
I know sometimes I have horns holding up my halo. Judy would say they're horns all the time, though no halo. So any big surprises for the hunt at Fossick and Gold Rush?
Not yet. I'm still formulating a plan. I'm going to try to keep it interesting. Try to do it a little different. I'm sorry?
Landmines? Tripwires?
Maybe. Sure. Yeah, surprises underneath cow patties. You never know.
You never know.
Did Patrick tell you that Jocelyn, the relic recoverist, and her significant and family's coming out?
No, I didn't know that. I am friends with Jocelyn. Yeah, she's awesome.
Cat's out of the bag.
That was sweet to meet her in person. Yeah.
Yeah. They're supposed to be there for Fossick weekend.
Yeah, right. Awesome. We invited them, and I think Patrick confirmed it.
Yeah, Patrick called in and invited them, and we invited them, and invited them again some more.
Right.
We also invited Aqua Jigger, Bo. We met. And he's from Maryland, so he might make it. I doubt it, but it'd be cool.
Yeah. It is cool to meet people from, different places or people that you've seen online.
Yeah.
I've attended some of Sam Waters' hunts for Civil War relics, and I've met Howard Hewitt that way, and he's an awesome character as well.
Cool. We had Sam Waters on just a few weeks ago.
Nope.
That was a pretty good show.
Yeah, she's quite an inspiration for anybody. She just wants to recover the Civil War history, and she made it happen, and that's pretty impressive.
I got pulled away for a second.
Uh-oh.
Well, Boomette had 4 teeth pulled, and she's still kind of groggy and kind of out of it. She's an old thing, about 100 in human age, so such a little dash hound too.
Yeah, our buddy Hook there is inviting you out to his place. He's got some old wagon trails.
Oh, yeah. Those would be fun. Sure.
Yeah. He's in Indiana, southern Indiana.
Maybe not this year. Maybe next year. Would be better.
He's in Greensburg, Indiana,
right.
I believe.
Okay.
Patrick O'Masters digging Brit.
Is that who you're talking about? Digging Brit?
No, Patrick O is Patrick O'Masters. I think everybody's seen that channel at one time or another.
Digging Brit. I was just looking where he was saying we prospectors have tried of smelling outdoorsy. Come on, spring. Definitely.
Yeah, it was nice being out on the weekend there.
Yeah, it was fairly therapeutic, even though Murphy follows us to the stream bed also. If any of you guys have me on Facebook, you'd know.
We damned Murphy many times that day.
Murphy.
Well, I'm just glad Jesse had his battery, his Cooley 7, and
you had your screens.
And I had my classifiers with a few buckets, so we were able to run some material and got to play with that bat pan I have for the first time. I need to play with it more. I'm very at this time I don't really like it, but
they're not too impressed with it at this point.
No, but David Peterson of Prospector's Dream, the inventor of the Dream Mat, he talked to us about getting that gold getter. That thing's pretty cool.
I have not used mine yet.
Yeah, and you had it with you too.
I had it, but I was videotaping you, so I didn't use mine. And that's the way it goes.
Yeah, you'll use it before too.
Oh, I'm sure.
When have you been able to get out hunting at all this winter, Jen?
There was a couple of weekends I was able to go out for a local church that's going to be celebrating its 200th anniversary this coming weekend, and they wanted to have some relics to display while with their celebration, and I did find a few things there, and I'll be giving them to the pastor sometime this week.
Oh, cool. So do you get invited to or asked to look for lost objects for people? Does that happen a lot to you?
Not a lot, but I have found a friend of mine who has some pretty intense medical problems lost her wedding ring in her yard, and I was able to find it for her within about 10 or 15 minutes, so that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
But there are a few other rings that I've gone to look for that I didn't find.
But you do have, people do ask you to do that for them, huh?
Yeah, I also belong to lostmystuff.net, I think it is. And people that have lost things can post it on there, and then somebody close by can go and look for it for them.
What was that site again?
Lost My Stuff. I think it's .net or .org, something along those lines. But it doesn't cost them anything, and the searchers look free.
Oh, cool. So what, people go on there and post that, I lost my wedding ring, or I got mad at my boyfriend and threw my wedding ring out in the field.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure that happens a lot.
Yeah, and we go in. Anybody within range of that particular place can accept that challenge and go and look for it.
That sounds like I might have to check that out. Sounds like it sounds like something that's kind of an adventure and fun to do.
Mm-hmm. It is. Well, it's a challenge. It's can you find this thing that's lost there?
Right, because you're looking for a specific item. You're not just wandering around digging everything. Well, I mean, you probably do dig everything, but you're looking for a specific item. So that's kind of
cool. Let me take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
I'm a bit overdue, Jen, and we'll open up our phone lines, and hopefully we'll get some more callers.
Sweet.
So we'll be right back after this.
Adventure, mystery, discovery. Gold panning is more than a search for beautiful rocks. Panning is a journey that can take you to amazing new places all around the world. It is an experience for all ages, bringing families closer together and fulfilling a spark of excitement when life has grown too dull. Gold Claw Pan makes it easier to take part in the journey than ever before. This expertly designed pan is made for any skill level and any age. All you need is an explorer's heart and the pen for discovery. Begin your fan's gold story now. Order your Gold Claw Pan today. See where the adventure takes you.
All right, this portion of the show was brought to you by our friends at Gold Claw. I tell you, that's one pan I really like, and we see our friend from down under, Chris from Bogas Prospecting, is liking his more and more. You're on mute.
I'm on mute.
You were.
I was. He's using. Anyways, what I said was he's using it more and more.
Oh yeah.
Every time all his videos, he's got it in there, and he got his new one. So, good pan.
Oh yeah, it's very good pan, and he just got those. He got a clear one. He got a blue one. He got a blue pocket pan,
one, right? Yep.
And he got the digger kit we got and stuff, and I told him I really love the clear one, but the blue one, the gold shows up nice. Clint must have made the pink one for Dennis Dayton, huh?
Well, that's who wanted it.
Right.
So, Jen, do you do a lot of gold prospecting or no?
Not
more
so
swinging.
Much.
Yeah.
Only Alan's Place in the past. Very cool. I've been to Thermal City. I enjoy going down there. It's very peaceful. The gold's decent. The friends are even better. So I stick to pretty much that sort of thing. My treasure hunting time is pretty precious.
Yeah, I noticed that other than like somebody like Patrick O'Masters who does both equally, seems like.
Yeah.
We got a phone call.
Okay. But I noticed that most people do one or the other. I noticed that like somebody like Patrick O'Masters does both equally.
Hey, PD, turn your volume down, buddy. We have our good friend PD on the line from Scotland. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing
good, John.
Hey,
howdy.
Hello.
Yes. Hey. I've got a question here for Jen, actually, right? I spent a lot of money buying a Garrett Sea Hunter Mark II thing, and the trash discrimination on it, I tried everything. Yep, and I took it up the river that I normally go to, and it was just like a complete and utter nightmare. I kept picking up every hot rock it found. It it was a nightmare. You know, my back was broke after about 10 minutes with digging everything. And found that the trash discrimination, it didn't matter what I did with it. Now, over here in Britain, that machine costs you nearly £600. Yeah, so it's a lot of money over here for that. I don't know what that is. Yeah, and it didn't discriminate the trash at all. Couldn't tell the difference between a bottle top, a piece of iron, anything, a copper penny. I was quite a bit disappointed with it. It's pulse induction, I believe. Yeah, have you any experience with it?
How many hours have you put on the machine?
Probably about 12.
Okay. I would recommend taking like a gold object, a silver object, a copper object, and putting them out in your backyard and just trying to listen for those particular tones on that machine. Make sure you have your headphones on. It makes it a lot easier to hear the tones and the pitches. If you have the headphones on, I know some people don't use the headphones. I don't know why. And to be quite honest, with any machine, no matter how expensive or how cheap it is, spend time with your machine and get to know it. That really is the best advice I can give to you, is to put the time in on the machine, really listen to what it's trying to tell you. That's the best advice I can give, and I hope you can improve with your finding of things, or things that you want to find anyway. And bottle tops and pull tabs you better learn to love them. You're gonna have a whole fantastic collection of them while you're metal detecting.
Well, I actually bought this thing to metal detect underwater with it.
Okay.
In a river that's so high up, the chances of any trash being in it are like minimal. And it just picked up every hot rock in the river, you know. It was a nightmare. So I thought, you know, I just thought the discrimination could have been a bit better, considering the money they wanted for it. I'm not slagging the machine. I don't know. I found it quite hard to use. Anyway, that's my 2 pennies worth for the night. Anyway, I was just asking if you knew anything about them.
Another bit of advice I can give you is there was a time I was detecting in a park, and all I was pulling up was pull tab, more pull tabs. Every hit seemed to be a pull tab, and I was just about ready to pack it up and go home. And of course, one more signal came up. It sounded like a pull tab. I'm like, all right, I'm going to dig this one, and then I'm going to go home. And turned out to be a class ring. So dig all the signals, even though, you know, pull tabs are a nightmare. They certainly are. Dig all the signals anyway, because sometimes that one signal you think is a pull tab or some kind of garbage is actually something kind of cool.
So when you were talking about putting gold, silver, and other objects out, well, do you lay those on the surface or do you bury them?
I've done both.
You've done both?
Yeah, it's probably better to bury it, you know, at a known depth, like maybe an inch, 2 inches. And that way you can also kind of hone in the sounds that you're getting in the earphones as to what's in the ground.
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely. That's incredibly helpful.
I think Sam just did a video on that where she was looking for testing on a machine, testing the
Probably
depth.
The Equinox, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just last week or something. So it sounds like you just need to put more time into that machine. You know, 12 hours is not enough.
Yeah, don't get disappointed early. Yeah, you have to keep at it. Because you see all the videos and stuff of people finding, you know, gold and silver hand over fist. Right. You don't see the time that, you know, that they've been hunting for that. Could have been, you know, days or years, or you really have to know your machine. You have to spend the time with it.
We lost him and he came back, and then we lost him again. I I'm sure he's get out there and work it some more. That's about all you can do. Learn your machine. Like I always say, learn your tools.
Oh, I had my mute on. Doggone it.
No, well, you did.
Well, not for you, but for them, yeah.
No.
And you were just talking away.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, shoot.
PD said thanks.
Oh, no problem.
Let's see. So, next
Phone
question.
lines are still open.
Anybody want to call in?
You're going to put me on mute. I need
I
to
hear
yell
the
at
cat.
my cat.
Was his cat just saying hello?
I think
he wants
so.
on too. Hello, let me on. Hello.
It sounded like he was saying hello.
I agree.
It kind of does sound like hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Lucky.
Pay attention to me.
That's hilarious.
We have a caller from Texas.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Hey, John, how you doing, buddy?
Doing real good. I got it muted, so maybe I'm okay.
John Shaw, how you doing tonight, bud?
Doing great. I just want to say hello to Jen and everybody. And I had a little bit of it was a surface fine, so I didn't have my detector out. But last week, walking downtown by the bank, and going across the street, and there on the corner, I thought I'd seen first just a penny. Looked at it, and I said, "Oh, a wheat penny." I went to pick it up, and it was a Canadian penny, a 1920 small cent.
Those are cool.
Cool.
And Canada doesn't make any pennies anymore.
Yeah. And like I say, found that down Canadian penny down in Texas. Pretty good.
Pretty cool. That thing's trout.
I was walking the creek by my buddy Joe's where we were out this last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Remember where I told you that guy where the old school was when I pointed out in the field? Flat Fork goes behind his house. I was walking that with Joe once and found a Canadian dollar bill. But we're a lot closer to Canada than you are, though, John.
Yeah, no.
I've got a whole baggie full of Canadian change.
Yeah. And like I say, it was kind of unusual. I thought I'd found an old wheat penny and picked it up and seen the date said 1920 and then looked at it, it was Canadian. I said, whoa.
If that thing could talk, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, like I say, I just want to call in and say hello from Texas. And I'm going to check in and see, maybe get in on that OSPA deal. And I'm, of course, like Jess, I'm
still waiting for you to make it to. I'm still waiting for you to make it to Gold Rush, dude.
I'm hoping to make it this year if everything goes right.
It's surely a good time.
It's a blast. Be great to meet you, John.
Right.
Yeah. You probably get up there in that old Chevy pickup, but it'll make it. It should. It's having a new motor put in.
Yeah, I saw you talking to Hook about that.
Mm-hmm. But so I'm gonna get out here and let somebody else call in. Maybe I can start the ball rolling.
There you go.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Thank you very much, John. Our good friend John Shaw in the room, John Wolf from Texas. That guy prospects gold. Well, I guess he don't prospect gold. He already knows it's there, but he mines gold out of his driveway.
Nice. Doesn't get any easier than that, right?
No,
he's
it sure don't.
World famous for the driveway prospector.
That's awesome.
If we all had a gold mine in our driveway.
No kidding.
Welcome in the woods with Wolfie.
Yep, Wolfie's in.
Is that Wolfie?
Yes, it is.
Sure.
Oh, sure it is. Yes, it is. That's his YouTube channel.
Oh, could be subscribed to him. I don't know. I don't want to check now. I've been in the green. If I go look at channels or bring up other websites, my stream at YouTube will go into the orange or red. Then it starts lagging for everybody. Who likes that, huh?
He says he's been in the chat room for a while. He hasn't chatted, though. He hasn't been chatting. He's been lurking.
Lurking. Pulling a kin, huh?
Yeah.
As long as he knows where the thumbs up at, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, folks.
That's right.
And share.
Share.
There we go. All done.
How often do you pan, Jen? Ever? Or are you always too busy helping with the detecting side of the chapter and with your other groups and out swinging?
I was going to say it's pretty heavy on the metal detecting and the bottle hunting last year. Haven't had a lot of time to go and pan for much of anything short of con bags, and that doesn't really count.
No. Do you ever hunt privies?
I have not hunted any privies yet. I am doing a lot of research on my hometown, which turns out to be a lot older than I had expected it to be. So the prospect of hunting a privy is actually, I'd be able to do it. I just have to locate where they are. Like there should be one on my own property, and it would just be a matter of finding it, looking at some old maps and whatnot.
I was going to say, your house is fairly old. You could probably find one there, huh?
Yeah, it was built in 1919. And I don't think indoor plumbing was originally in it.
I just got permission from the owner on the building we're putting on a new standing seam steel roof on his building. There was a house across the street that we tore down last year for him, but the house was there built in 1870, and I'm like, mind if I metal detect your property across the street? He's like, go ahead, it's already been done before. I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
You never know what people miss, because people
exactly.
How long ago, how old of a machine, how do they grid it off? I see a lot of people, just by noticing how people swing their coils, I notice a lot have a tendency to miss a lot of ground just by the way they search it.
Yeah, they get in a hurry. They get in a hurry and take too big of steps and don't overlap their swings. Right. You see that a lot, yeah.
Well, I do that. I do that. Go follow me.
Or follow you and find all the stuff you missed.
Right.
Yeah. Either way.
And people do that when I'm prospecting for gold, too. Follow me. They're not going to miss some.
More the merrier, huh?
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
I've come across a couple bottle dumps. I've actually found some bottles in around building footers and stuff before that were pretty interesting.
Under old houses.
Yes.
When you remodel a house and you rip a floor up, under that floor there's all kinds of bottles usually.
Well, I got a question. Typically, where would you find a bottle dump around a homestead? I mean, do they put them in a specific area around the property, like, behind the privy or next to the house?
Well, usually a bottle dump could be in privy. People dumped a lot of garbage down the privies. Any place that was away from the front of the house.
Out in the woods.
Yeah, you wouldn't want your garbage too close to the house.
Right.
What you're going to want to look for is just like a weird mound that has no business being there. That's how I found the one that we have. It's just a giant mound of dirt that has no business being there. And if you move some of the dirt, you know, the bottles start coming up.
So,
and for me, the one that I have is also close to railroad tracks. You know, because people would dump their stuff there because it's within sight of the tracks and it didn't matter to them.
Okay. So, on a bottle dump, people live in there. They just throw their garbage out in a dump. I know we used to burn ours.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something else that you would look for? An area where it looked like they've been burning?
Usually the bottle dumps that I've come across are already covered up with quite a bit of dirt and like trees growing up through them, so it'd be kind of hard to find something that's got burnt stuff in it.
So did they cover those up themselves, or is that just something that happens over time?
I think it just happens over time, where the forest kind of reclaims the land from.
Right, I know Mother Nature will reclaim anything we try to take, and destroy anything we build, and you know, so that's cool. So you look for a mound that don't really belong there.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably looking at what, 2-3 foot high, maybe not even that high.
The one that we have is probably a good, I want to say 5 or 6 feet tall, but it doesn't. It's not like a ramp that goes to where a barn used to be or anything like that. It's just very out of place. You know, you kind of know that. For me, I kind of know the local terrain. I know it's fairly flat here, and this bottle dump is just, you know, 6 foot tall by like 80 feet long. It's pretty good size.
Hook, can you turn down your volume, please, buddy?
Yeah, it's probably the TV, but I'm sorry, I'm getting it.
No worries. No worries.
How's
Just
that?
hearing an echo. I'm still hearing an
No,
echo.
I hear the echo.
I got everything. There ain't nothing on but just my phone now.
That's it. I don't hear nothing now.
Now we're good. Turn everything off. How you doing, Hook?
I am doing awesome.
Still.
Glad to see you're all doing good. I'd like to see moving faces with those pictures. Good job, Ed. It looks really good tonight. And hi, Jen. Nice meeting you. And maybe you can get with Ed and Jesse and Dano sometime, make your way over this way. I think I might have a few properties you might be interested in doing some work on. Well, my wife is really getting into the metal detecting. She's been corresponding a little bit with Jocelyn, and but there's some heritage on a couple of these properties, couple mill grounds, old mill grounds. And
I heard they're a really good place to hunt because people would really picnic a lot around old mill sites and socialize while they're grinding their meal and stuff.
Yep. And I've also on my you can look up on videos through my Hookmeister prospecting outdoors and see Little Piece of Paradise, but there's an old wagon trail, and we're still looking into some of the history on it, but it's supposed to be an old trading post because there used to be a bridge across the river there. So, but the old concrete markers for the property markers for the old building that was there are still up. So you can tell exactly where the property was, where the outhouse was, where the well was, and everything. So, but we're getting into that stuff a lot. So maybe you'll come over. But
yeah, I'd like to. That'd be awesome.
I think it'd be fun. I can't wait to get Jesse and Ed and them over there. And plus, we got some plans working with kids and veterans and stuff on different things. So I do everything I can to make things accessible for anybody, handicapped, not, lowrider car or 4-wheel drive truck, whatever, to get in and out. So, yeah, well, a lot of my properties are back in the middle of nowhere. I mean, they're just all by themselves, and they're pretty big properties, and so they're not quite the most auto-friendly places until, you know, you get the respect I have from the landowners and stuff, and you go in and you help them, then they put a little effort in with you and make it easier for people. So, but yeah, just my phone number, if you got a pin and stuff, I've already posted the Facebook page up, but my phone number is 1-765-561-6059. Jesse, Ed, and Dano all have it, so just contact me anytime and let me know. I'm probably about 2 hours from, about an hour and a half from Cincinnati on I-74. So,
alrighty, thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome, and I plan on coming over that way too more this year. I've just got the big truck going, and I got a trike that I'm building a trailer for, because I'm also a biker, and I want to carry equipment on the trike because it's much better on gas. So
your 4-inch dredge on your trike.
Oh yeah, you know it, buddy. I'm going to definitely do it. It will be, that 4-inch dredge will be on there, I'm telling you. If I could get the 6-inch on there, I will, but it's bigger than the trike, so.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm limited to how many places I can take it, but no, it was nice hearing from you. I'm glad that Dano and everybody is doing more with the metal detecting, treasure hunters and stuff, because it's just a great way to get outside, exercise, and see your environment. So
absolutely.
Well, like
and
we were
nice talking to you.
It's good talking to
what
you.
Was that, Ed?
I was gonna say during pre-show we were talking and stuff, and we're all kind of one big family anyway, like a band of the hand. We have bottle hunters and relic hunters and metal detectorists and prospectors and whatnot. Fossil hunters. Yeah, we're all digits on a hand, a band of the hand, and we're one big family.
Jen, and also I don't know if you see it on there, but Dick Goldsmith, he won a free weekend, and Dano has to come over no matter what. I've done told he's going to make a trip over here because Dick done said that he's coming over. Maybe you can hook up with them and come over sometime and do some metal detecting. So,
well, we're definitely it's on our plans for this year a couple of times, buddy, at least.
Yep.
We'll get down there.
All righty. Well, you guys, awesome show tonight, like always. So thank you very much for letting me put 5 minutes in. And Jen, I hope I do get to meet you sometime along with Dano and everybody face to face. So you guys take care, be safe, and keep pushing forward.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
See you, Hook.
Thanks for calling in. Hey, Jen. Yeah, I got you hooked in here, and you're stuck with us for a minute.
Right.
Don't say that to Jen. Man.
Run while you can, Jen. Run.
I don't know if you know about our Take a Bet prospecting project.
No, I don't know about that. Tell me more.
Okay, well, we have a project where we're trying to take bets out prospecting. We have a thing set up for Gold Rush.
Okay.
We're going to be taking some bets out there for Gold Rush. Maybe we can get them to do a little metal detecting while they're there.
Sure.
But they would need, somebody to help them out with that. And it wouldn't be me because I need help myself.
Okay.
Sure. So we're planning on taking for the weekend that that weekend, Gold Rush weekend, we're taking hopefully 5 vets plus their significance or one.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure they're not going to have metal detectors, but then again, maybe they might. You know, I don't know, but yeah, that would be cool if we get them involved in that also.
Sure. Yeah,
I guess I'm asking for your help.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, not a problem. And I can even bring a few detectors with me. So
very cool.
Bring
yeah.
Sure.
We just here's the thing: we don't want to charge them for anything. We want them to have a good weekend and just have a good time. Maybe find another
with a great time, some gold.
Right.
Maybe
find another way to escape. You know, their realities. Sometimes we need to do that. I find it helps me out a lot. I'm a veteran myself, so I like sitting there panning and being in the creek and that stuff. So it would be really cool if you could help us out with that a little bit. Maybe, like you said, bring a couple extra detectors.
Yeah, absolutely.
In case one of them or two of them might want to get into it, you know.
Or at least try it, you know.
Right. At least give it a try. I mean,
they might enjoy that more than being in the creek. You don't know.
Right. You don't know.
Take to.
Right. So that's cool. That's good. I can check that one off the list.
Sure.
Dick Goldsmith said him and Mel would loan a couple out also.
All right. Cool, Dick. You can always count on Dick, too.
Oh, yeah.
Dick and Mel. Good people. Even Patrick O'Masters is a good guy. Yeah. So that's what we got going for Gold Rush days. I know you got the faucet coming up. That's going to be fun. I'm going to try to get in it this year. Bring my melody, and I bring it with me.
I bring it every year
too.
I
bring it every year.
I'll be there, but I'm cooking a pig for y'all, so I'll be there.
Yeah. You just have to come up and nudge me. Hey, just get your metal detector on. Come on.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Because I won't, I bring it with me all the time and never get it out. That's crazy.
Yeah, but isn't that how all treasure hunting goes? You end up packing way more stuff than you actually use.
Right, but you have to.
You're doing. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You have to.
You have to, without a doubt.
We would have got no digging in there had I not bring my Cooley 7 with me in the battery.
Exactly. I wanted to show you guys something else that I've kind of been working on.
Sure.
Especially with the bottle dump thing. Again, I mentioned all the busted glass that was down there. And I thought it was such a waste that there's all this busted glass and that, I can only haul so much of it to recycling, right? I found a guy in Indiana. His name is Joe Schlemmer. He can make marbles out of the busted glass from the bottle dump.
Cool. Let me see. Can't see it.
Lift it up a little.
Oh, there we go. You want it like that?
Closer.
There you go.
Closer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
A nice swirl.
That's neat.
Man,
nice swirl in that.
That's a nice breaker right there.
I mean, not all the glass mixes together. But he does what he can.
Very cool. Where is he at?
He's in Indiana.
Ah.
And I think this one's my favorite one because this one's out of the Vaseline glass. This one
cool.
This one actually glows in the dark.
Ooh.
Yeah,
wow,
it's
cool
because it's radiation. It's got
yeah, it's radioactive.
right.
It's radioactive.
I just thought it was really cool that he was able to. Yeah, sure, I'll take your garbage and I'll make it into something awesome.
Hey, Jen, I got a silly question. What actually is that thing with the horns and stuff? It kind of looks like, I'm looking at it, and it kind of looks like you have an Ewok head up on the wall or something.
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
It looks like a goat.
You know how when you're out in the woods and sometimes you find animal skulls?
Yeah.
Sometimes I bring them home.
Well, so do I. I have one up on the wall in my shed.
Okay. Well, that's what all those things on the wall are.
Okay. What's all over that?
One of them has one has a lot of feathers on it.
Oh, it reminds me of an Ewok.
So that's,
or what's that?
That's what we're seeing. We're not seeing horns. We're seeing feathers.
Correct.
Oh, those are feathers
Like
up there.
That's
why
feathers.
it was kind of looking like a satanic goat with that.
Yeah, I guess it does look kind of satanic.
It looks like an Ewok to me, or what's that big hairy guy from Star Wars?
Like a Mardi Gras mask off the floor so my critters don't get a hold of it.
Right.
And that was like the safest place to put it.
It works.
Yeah, I suppose it would keep the weirdos out, right?
Yeah, come here. Don't mind the black candles and stuff.
So what's this Rasta man talking? Rasta man Ralph wants to know: have you ever heard of an Arado 120-pound metal detector from the 70s, made in England?
No.
120 pounds. The hell
Christmas.
Sure, it says 120B, whatever that is.
Okay, you're right.
Arado
120B. Maybe that's the name. Maybe it's the Ardo 120B metal detector. I got it now.
Yeah.
It's 120 pounds. Holy cow.
Yeah, nobody can carry that around, right?
Yeah, you got a
I
tow
don't
truck
know
for
if
that.
you saw Dick Goldsmith's comment too, but he asked if you need any 22 shells.
Oh, here we go. Not this year. Not this year. That was pretty dirty, though.
Is there a private joke there somewhere?
Must be.
Yeah, the one at one of the hunts that I put on for the Gold Prospectors Club for I think it was Gold Rush. He wandered through the field sprinkling 22 shells everywhere.
That just ain't right.
Whoa, he's living up to his name, ain't he?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dick's awesome.
He is a dick, though. He's not a Richard. He is a dick.
He is a dick. He ain't a Richard. But him and Mel, they're two awesome people.
Fantastic.
Great folks.
Well, actually, everyone in this room that we know personally is awesome people, and I could imagine everyone we're getting to know that we haven't met are all also awesome. I like Robert DePotty. Hey, he just came in. He's a Gold Dredger and a Buckeye member, OSPA member. He's also a relic hunter. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Say hi, Heather. Last time I saw Bobby was up at Buckabilly Sluice for the last OSPA meeting I went to. What's up, Ed? What's up? We're in the middle of a live call-in talk show. And remind you, phone lines are still open.
All now.
Well, let me get this last commercial break out of the way.
Go ahead.
And we'll be right back, okay? Sound good, guys? Cal?
Sounds good.
Excellent. We'll be right back. All right, would like to thank our friends over at Prospectors Radio and GoldProspectorsSpace.com for sponsoring this portion of the show. I wonder if Tim Grimes is still in here.
I noticed Rich wasn't on last night. He must be off hunting or something.
Yeah, I believe he's on a hunting trip, boar or something. Who knows? I forget. I was trying to listen to the show at work yesterday, and I just kept on getting, "You're wearing those damn headphones," and I'm like, only one of them.
Yeah, Rich is in Texas boar hunting.
Yeah, I thought he was boar hunting.
Right.
I thought that's what I heard. So must be nice.
Yeah.
You know, he bringing back the hog for Fossick?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll cook it.
Jen, you were talking about your bottle dumps and glass and stuff.
Yeah.
In one of my adventures, I actually found a glass dump where the glass company here in Toledo, LOF, threw all its scrap glass, and I was finding sheets, big sheets, you know, pieces, you know, that thick, anywhere from a quarter inch to an eighth inch or an inch thick. And again, yeah, and it's all over the. I was prospecting for gold, and I found all this glass slag, glass sheets. So I didn't know what to do with it, and I started talking to some people, and they said that I should get a hold of nappers. You know what those are, right? Guys who make arrowheads.
Make arrowheads, sure.
Right. So I traded some glass and got some arrowheads back.
Awesome.
See that one there? And then here's another one that a friend of mine made.
Very
these
cool.
These are all glass that I found in the creek.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Oh,
so yeah, it was
your
my
glass
own little gold mine of glass.
Those are some nice points. Did Tim do those?
Yeah, Tim made these. He's got this one set up around a necklace.
Nice.
Yeah, those look nice.
Very cool.
Real nice.
You
I'd like to learn how to nap.
An amber one.
You just put your head down and go to sleep. That's how you
nap. That's what I do.
That's the only kind of napping I know how to do right now.
That's I think that's my favorite one there.
Napping.
That is
Nap
cool.
with a K.
So I sold him some, and he sent me some of them, and he sent me some.
Jurin wants a closer look.
A closer look at what? Which one?
Points.
All of them?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there you go.
There's one there. There's another one. I'll even turn this so you can see the edge. How nice he's got that. And I'll tell you what, I'm cutting my fingers right now.
I can imagine, yeah.
I really am. And then this is my favorite because it's got that light color, that like light blue, and see that in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is that better, Jared? PD wants to know about pinpointers.
Yeah. What's the best pinpointer in your opinion, Jen?
Well, I'm a Garrett girl, so the Garrett Carrot right now is probably the best thing you can use because you can get that one wet. Their first model was the black one, the pinpointer that they offered, and then they improved it with these orange ones where you can at least get them damp and not destroy them. And they're orange, so they're harder to leave behind.
Hence the word name
Garrett Carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the old black one, and I'm glad I've never got it wet.
Yeah.
No, I've got the orange one too. Oh wait, yeah.
Oh
but it's not the Garrett.
Is it a Garrett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not the Carrot? It ain't.
No, I think it's like what the first. No, it's not waterproof.
Huh.
I don't know. I'll go throw it in the water and find out. So what about dowsing? Are you going to do any dowsing?
I've never tried dowsing.
Do you? Oh, okay.
I've never tried it. I know a lot of people that are good at it, but I've never tried.
I won't even touch them.
No, Jesse won't touch my pendulum. He won't touch my dowsing rods.
It's all voodoo. Voodoo.
Well, that's usually obviously that's the stuff that works, right?
I guess.
You said you never touched them. So but I don't know. I used my dowsing rods and my pendulum last weekend, and there was gold where it said. So
nice.
But I knew that anyways.
No, yeah, sniffed it out, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I said, right there.
Then he built a wall.
And then I built the wall.
Yeah, after we did that pan, when he saw the gold from the gold getter in there, he's like, okay, I'm going to build a wall. There's more there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good spot, you know, for where it is. It's actually at a fjord on a creek. And there's actually an old home site that's, the house is long gone, but looking back on old maps, it shows it. And the fjord was part of the drive to that house.
Okay.
And Jesse's found a wagon wheel in the creek there. I've found a couple old bottles. An old weedy penny once loosened there too. So
very cool.
Maybe we should take metal detectors there and do a river walk sometime too.
No, that would be cool. That's not a bad idea.
No, not at all. That's an awesome idea.
Especially with all these detectorists we've had on lately. You know.
Yeah, I know. You'd think we would be out there doing that, huh?
Well, the more they're on, the more I want to
say it's getting me fired up.
I hear you.
My coil more, because like we have the Backwoods boys coming on, not next week, but the week after that, and they're a growing YouTube channel. Some guys from Pennsylvania, Jacob and Sean Yoder from Pennsylvania. Do you know them, Jen?
Yeah, I don't know them.
Okay. Well, you'll have to come and join us and listen to the show and maybe call in next
Check
week.
it out. Yeah, without a doubt.
You know, Patrick's over here talking about our evening's entertainment for Gold Rush.
Yeah.
Graham buy-in. Winner gets 75%. Second gets the rest. What's that? Texas Hold'em?
I'm in. I'm definitely in on that.
I've played some poker, but I'm Irish and German. I don't have the greatest luck.
Well, you should get some skill then. Get on Facebook and play.
Dick says you don't play cards much. Patrick says even better, Dick. As he rubs his hands together.
Yeah, he can sit right of me.
Patrick's a card shark, huh?
No,
that's what I'm beginning to think.
No, I'm game for that.
Oh no, I like my gold. But
I like to pile. I like to add to my gold.
If I can win 75%, I can add to my gold for my
That's
trip.
what I'm saying.
That's true.
Well, 75 and 25, that's pretty good. Nothing for the house.
House just gets graced with our presence. That's what the house
Right. So you going to join us in the poker game, Jen?
No. Nope.
Not a poker player either, are you?
I am not a poker player. I'm no good at it.
Don't have that poker face, huh?
I got the poker face down. I'm just not good at poker.
It's the hands that suck, though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is 3 aces good?
Not always. That's only in trips. that ain't gonna beat. There's a lot that'll beat that.
Are there any side wagers?
Wagers.
Oh, wagers. Gee whiz. Better put my glasses back on.
Well, that'd be side stuff at the bar.
Side bets at the bar, that's right. Play your gold up over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I hope that does happen. That would be fun. You know?
I'll watch with Jen.
That's fine. I like playing.
I do too.
I used to play quite a bit, but I used to gamble a lot more before I worked at a casino. So
yeah. Well, that's like working at McDonald's, right? You don't eat much McDonald's after that.
Well, I tell you one thing.
Hey.
You go there in those places and fix a couple of tile floors, you won't eat there either.
Hey, we could do a euchre tournament too.
I've never played euchre.
Yeah.
Never played it.
I grew up playing cards. I can play about any game there is.
I can play anything but straight poker. I cannot play that.
Well,
game
like 5-card stud and stuff.
No, can't. It won't. I just can't win those hands. I don't know. Not enough cards. I need at least 7.
Well, we've been on for a little over 2 hours now. Yep. Thank you very much, Jen, for joining us. We really appreciate you being with us tonight. Sure. I hope we weren't too boring for you.
No,
Yeah, I hope you at least had a little bit of fun, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Chit-chat
it's
on
always
the
good
phone.
to make new connections and share some stories. And
sure, absolutely.
We hope you become a regular in our audience and partake in the chat room with our friends.
Oh, look who just showed up.
Oh, Ray Rusa. He's pulling a David like David did last week, popping in at the very end of the show. You know, he's world famous now, that Ray Rusa guy.
Yeah, he got on TV.
Yeah. And plus, you see all the gold. Oh, no, Dano don't have Facebook. He didn't get to see
Facebook.
all of his gold he got for winning the Gold Hog video. I think it was an ounce of gold he got.
Right.
Nice.
Yep.
Facebook.
Nice pile. Nice pile Doc gave him. I tell you, Dano, it's a good tool. It's how you use.
You know what I tell the Amway salesman when he comes pitching his wares?
See, Amway makes a good product, and they're biodegradable.
I don't want none of your dishwater drops. I don't want none of that stuff. Pack it out, buddy.
It's the guys who just want to sell the business that are the guys you want to say, hike. They make a good product, though.
You know what I always do? I got my outside door. You guys been to my house. My porch door and my inside door. Right?
Right.
On the porch there. They'll come in and knock on my door, my inside the house door. And I go out there and I walk out on the porch and I walk them to the front door, open the door, walk them out, close the door, walk in. I don't say nothing. I just walk them out. They follow me out there, you know. Not interested. Goodbye. But it's been fun tonight. I mean, I've learned a couple things. It's, you know, part of what we want to do is we want people to learn stuff. So bottle dumps.
A good atmosphere.
I'm gonna look for more bottle dumps because I got a few places that I go to that I never pay any attention to those little mounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Hey, what around me here?
Now I have an idea what they may be.
There's trash pits and woods around me here.
Right. So now I have an idea what it might be. That's cool.
I heard like bottle dumps are often in like ravines also, or spurts. How do you pronounce that? A start of a cavern or a cave, you know, a Kurtz.
I don't know.
Kurtz.
You went fancier than I know.
But it's like a
start of a cave.
Yeah. But I see on some of Bo's videos where they'd have those sinkholes starting and they'll throw it full of debris, cans, bottles.
Right, trying to fill it.
Filling it up. So, but anything else you guys want to say?
No,
I
I'm
know
good.
Judy's probably wanting to get to bed before we hear that on the floor.
Yeah. Or the cat coming in and telling, hello.
Stomp on the floor as his wife telling him it's time to be done.
Yeah.
She's been really good about that lately, though. But
yeah, we haven't heard her in a while.
We've been trying to keep it in the 2-hour-ish area instead of 3, 4,
5.
Mama happy.
Yeah, happy wife, happy life, they say.
Well, like Ed says, it was nice talking to you, Jen. I hope we get to see you at Gold Rush Days at the Faucet.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm about due
good.
for a
We'll be
Jen
there.
hug. So,
yeah, maybe get Hook to show up. And then go to Hooks, because I really want to go there.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to go there, too.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there, buddy. We'll
Soon.
get there.
I want to go to Morgan Monroe this weekend. I'm wanting to go over there Saturday and hang out for the day at Morgan Monroe.
Right.
That reminds me, Dano, I need to call them and have them email me this year. That way I could have it right on my phone.
Better get on it, buddy.
Like Jesse does. But until
what did I do?
then, didn't you get your permit last year emailed to you, so it was on your phone?
Yep, on my phone.
So,
I have to renew it.
That works. Yeah, so do I, buddy. But we're all good. Jen's all good. Been a great guest. Thank you again very much for joining us.
Yes,
all
thank
of
you for
you
being
out
here.
there.
Appreciate you putting up with us.
Yes.
No problem.
We're a handful.
Oh, we were pretty good today. We didn't.
Yeah, you were pretty well behaved.
I didn't get all like I normally do.
He didn't get a rant. Everybody's looking for a rant. He didn't get a rant.
I know. I have to get something together here. I want a good rant this time. So I want to work on it.
There you go.
Okay, Jesse's working on the rant, everybody. Thank you all for joining us tonight across the world. Thank you very much, MacGyver Muscle Machines, for the $5 super chat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Those are greatly appreciated. And our Patreons, thank you all very much. Our 2 advertisers, thank you very much. And we do this because of all of you out there. Thank you all for joining us every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Join us next week, same channel.
Same bat station.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, buddy.
Biff, pow, and oof.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we do it all for our viewers and our chatters in here. And it's all Ray Rushaw's fault.
It's always Ray's fault.
It's Ray's fault.
Take some of that load off me. Usually it's my fault.
Right.
Ask Ruby.
So, we're good? I'm good.
I think so.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll say good night to everybody.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. That's right.
So long, farewell, until we see you again.
Heavy pans to you.
Heavy pans to you.
Until we meet again. again.
All right, Libby.
Jen's gonna hang up on us now. She says, "I done what weird."
Okay, that
right,
was
everybody.
No more.
Good thing we didn't have no birthday people in the house.
Oh, we sure did.
She'd have left for sure on that.
Oh
yeah. Sound like 3 hounds barking or howling.
I got my dog sitting here staring at me like she wants something. What do you want?
A treat?
No, she just wants me to pet her.
Yeah, I'm surprised my dogs didn't go nuts during this whole thing.
Well, they've been very well behaved. Thank you, Jen's dogs and ferrets.
Mine keeps nudging me. She wants something. What do you want?
All right. Well, we'll get out of here. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you next week. You know the time. You know the channel. Until then, may you always have a flash in your pan.
And you know what he's going to say next.
Oh, yeah. Maybe one day, too. We'll see you on the river.
See you, folks.
Good night, Jen.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Ed.
Thank you, Jen.
Jesse.
Hello, Jesse. Everybody else out there.
Tell me a story.
I got your story, kid.
What?
Get us out of here, Ed.
Hurry, run.